I'm going to do the contractually obligated Connor Bedard clips. There's a couple of them. All right, let's get right into it. How about the Chicago Blackhawks beating the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1? Soderblom, a young goalie for the Blackhawks, had another good game, making 34 saves on 35 shots against. I was a tad bit concerned with the tandem that they had of Mrazek and Soderblom, but thus far, both have looked pretty solid, and Soderblom looks like he could be a good goalie of the future for the Blackhawks. But let's get right into this game. Athanasiou behind the goal line throws it to Entwistle, beats Wall clean, and the Blackhawks would go up 1-0. But the Toronto Maple Leafs would strike back. Nylander would cross over the middle, drop it over Tavares, and Tavares would rip it glove side. We got ourselves a tied game. About 10 minutes later, Vlasic would have an amazing outlet pass over to Perry. Perry beats Wall blocker side. Blackhawks 2-1. Vlasic looked really good tonight. I liked a lot what I saw from him. These Blackhawks defenders have a lot of promise. The Blackhawks would score yet again. Athanasiou would feed Johnson going through the middle, and we're up 3-1. A lot of these goals, I'm not going to blame on Wall. I think all things considered, he had a pretty solid game, just really high scoring chances. The Maple Leafs got to clean that up. And then with regulation winding down, Radish would shoot it from behind his own blue line in an empty net. Blackhawks win this game 4-1. This was a good game by Chicago, and I know we talk about Connor Bedard quite a bit because he is a superstar of the making in a lot of people's eyes. But it's not just him that's the young talent on this team. Like, you have a young goalie like Soderblom, Korchinski, Vlasic on the back end that have looked pretty steady at the NHL level, and they're really young. The Blackhawks are building themselves a core, so in possibly 3 to 5 years, they're going to be hopefully a Stanley Cup contender. And as for the Maple Leafs, not a great game, very undisciplined. Some of the defensive breakdowns are just inexcusable, and they left their goaltender out to dry. I don't think this was a poor performance by Wall in any manner. The Maple Leafs got to do better by their goalie. But I'd like to know your thoughts down below. Are you optimistic about the future of the Chicago Blackhawks? I'm Captain Paul. I'll see you in the next one.
A win in Connor Bedard's first appearance in Toronto.